Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. You know, I think it's safe to say we've all been there trying to make sense of data.
Oh, yeah.
It's a struggle sometimes, right? Deciphering those marketing numbers or website traffic, or even just really understanding what our customers are doing.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming for sure.
Definitely overwhelming. And that's why I'm really excited about the topic of today's Deep Dive. It's all about a new tool called Wallabi, and it's supposed to simplify data analysis,
Oh, interesting.
especially for folks like us who might not be data experts.
Okay, I'm listening.
The article we're looking at today is called Wallabi, Data Analysis Simplified.
Makes sense.
And what's cool is that the author has actually been using Wallabi for a month.
Oh, wow. So they
Yeah,
know just
just
a real experience with it.
Exactly. They have some hands-on experience with it.
Nice.
So let's dive right in. The article starts off by talking about a problem that I think a lot of us can relate to. Business intelligence tools. They've been around forever, but they can be so complicated to use.
Right. I mean, if you're not a
Exactly.
data scientist, it's like, who has the time to learn all that?
Exactly. We get stuck in these dashboards and queries and reports, and we end up spending all of this time just trying to get the data instead of actually understanding what it means. And it's often the business leaders, marketing teams,
Right.
the people focused on revenue who really need those data insights.
Yeah, they need it the most, but they have the least amount of time to,
Exactly. They don't have time to become data analysts on top of everything else they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just not realistic. So that's where Wallabi comes in.
Okay.
It uses AI to basically try to anticipate what you need from your data and deliver those insights without all the hassle.
So it's like having a data analyst in your pocket.
Yeah, kind of. I'm always a little bit skeptical of anything that says it's AI powered, but I'm really curious to see how Wallabi actually works.
Me too. Yeah. So how does it work?
Well, according to the article, one of the key things that sets Wallabi apart is that there's no complicated setup.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You just connect your existing tools, and Wallabi starts doing its thing.
So no need to spend hours, configuring databases or
No.
writing complex queries?
No more of that.
That's amazing.
So it's like having a data analyst on call, but without,
Without the salary.
exactly, without the salary.
That's a great analogy.
And the article also highlight how Wallabi goes beyond just like showing you the data.
Oh, really?
It actually helps you understand the data by pointing out trends and patterns and things you might not even know to look for.
Okay, so it's not just numbers on a screen.
It's insights.
Yeah, it's insight.
It's actionable insights.
I like that.
And it's all thanks to AI, apparently. I'm starting to see why the author called it a game changer.
Yeah, me too. So what kind of insights did they actually get from Wallabi? Did they give any examples?
They did. They actually shared a few specific examples of how they used it.
So they start off by testing Wallabi on this classic data set called Superstore.
Superstore, okay?
Yeah, it's like a benchmark data set that a lot of folks use to kind of try out different data analysis tools. And even though the author was already pretty familiar with this Superstore data, Wallabi was still able to find some deeper insights.
Really? Like what?
Well, it kind of uncovered some trends and some potential opportunities that the author had totally missed before.
So even with data, you think, Wallabi can
Yeah.
still find something new.
It seems like it, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But the real test was when they applied Wallabi to their own website and sales pipeline data.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about, getting into the real world applications here.
Yeah, exactly. So Wallabi helped them understand how users were interacting with their website,
Okay?
and it also helped them identify any bottlenecks in their sales process.
It's huge. Like if you can find those friction points in your sales process, you can really
excellent.
boost revenue. So speaking of interesting, the article also talks about the people behind Wallabi.
Oh yeah, the team is pretty impressive. So the founder is Pedro Arellano.
Okay?
He's got a lot of experience in the data world. He used to be a leader at Tableau.
Oh, wow. So he knows his stuff.
Yeah, and he's joined by other folks from companies like Looker, Google, and MicroStrategy.
Wow. So they've all got serious data backgrounds.
Yeah, they've been around the block a few times when it comes to data.
That's amazing. It definitely gives me more confidence in Wallabi knowing that the people behind it have that kind of expertise.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like they're really trying to solve the problems that they themselves have experienced in the data world.
Okay, so putting it all together, it sounds like Wallabi is offering a pretty new way to approach data analysis.
Yeah, I think so.
It's user-friendly, even if you're not a data expert, and it focuses on delivering insights that you can actually use.
Actionable insights.
Exactly.
I like that.
No more drowning in a sea of data, right?
Right.
So I'm hearing is that Wallabi is basically removing those barriers for people who need those data insights,
Totally.
but they've always been intimidated by the technical side of it.
Yeah, they're saying, hey, data is not just for the data scientists anymore. It's for everybody.
I love that. And it makes me think about how data literacy is becoming more and more important these days.
Oh, for sure.
No matter what you do for work, whether you're in marketing or sales or product development,
Even just running your own life?
even just running your own life, having a basic understanding of data
Essential.
is
Yeah,
becoming really essential.
totally.
So having tools like Wallabi that make data analysis more accessible can help more people make those data-driven decisions.
Yeah, exactly. Data is everywhere these days.
It is.
And it's only going to become more prevalent. So having these tools that can make data analysis easier, that can really help level the playing field and empower more people.
It's like Wallabi's giving everyone a seat at the data table.
I like that, yeah.
So I'm wondering, what about people who are already using a traditional BI tool
Yeah.
and they're comfortable with it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason for them to switch to Wallabi?
That's a good question. I mean, not everyone is, struggling with their current BI tools.
Right. Some people are happy.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. And the article actually talks about that. It basically says that Wallabi is really for those people who don't enjoy using those traditional tools, but they know they need to use data.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone's already happy with what they're using, they might not need Wallabi.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But if they're finding their current tools clunky or time-consuming,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they're just not getting the insights they need,
Yeah.
then Wallabi seems like it could be a good option.
Especially if they're not super technical.
Right.
They don't want to deal with all the coding and the queries and stuff.
Exactly. So I guess the takeaway here is that Wallabi's offering a more intuitive, accessible way
Mm-hmm.
to approach data.
Yeah, and that can be a game changer for some folks.
Yeah, for sure. So the article wraps up by basically saying,
Yeah.
hey, try Wallabi if you're looking for a simpler way to analyze your data.
Makes sense.
And honestly, I'm kind of tempted to try it myself after reading this.
Yeah, me too.
Sounds pretty interesting.
I think the big takeaway for our listeners is that if you're frustrated with your current data tools
Yeah.
and you wish you could get more out of your data, but you're kind of intimidated by all the technical stuff,
Hmm.
Wallabi might be what you've been looking for.
Yeah, it's like they said in the article, your data, simplified.
I think that it's catchy.
And, this whole conversation, it makes me think about something bigger.
Yeah.
Data literacy is becoming so important these days.
Oh, absolutely. Like, no matter what you do,
It doesn't matter what you do.
you got to be able to understand data.
You got to be able to use it to understand it.
Eh.
And tools like Wallabi can really help with that.
They can make it less scary for people.
Yeah, exactly. It's about empowering people to make those data-driven decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So for all of you listening out there, think about this. What are you doing with your data? Are you using it to its full potential?
That's a great question.
Are you making decisions based on gut feeling or on actual insights?
Yeah, you got to think about that.
Maybe Wallabi or tools like it could help you understand your business better,
Mm-hmm.
understand your customers better, even understand yourself better.
It's all about the data.
It really is. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Oh,
But we'd love to hear from you. What are your biggest data challenges?
yeah, let us know.
Have you found any tools that make data feel less daunting?
We want to hear about it.
Share your experiences with us. We're always looking for new insights and new ways to approach this ever-changing world of data.
And until next time, keep diving deep.